Hello everyone, what's going on? My name is Samson. I also go by Sam as well. Thank you for watching episode 3 of my channel, The Art of Samson. A channel created for art lovers and making art available for everyone to enjoy. We will start this episode with this flag here. A flag of the United States of America. So, why am I waving it around so patriotically? No. I haven't joined the Patriot Party. Excuse me. Fascist. Excuse me. The flag is the perfect prop for introducing this painting here. I titled this painting A Visitor on Independence Day. Its dimensions are 30 by 24 and the medium used is oil on stretched canvas. Here is our visitor. So who is this person with shorts and a t-shirt and in an outdoor setting and clearly enjoying her cigarette? And why was it important for me to make a work of art about this visitor? Well, this visitor happens to be my very dear mother-in-law, Carol. And in this episode, I will be featuring this work of art as a reference to introduce you to Carol. And I'll also be telling you some interesting stories about her visit. Later on in this episode, I'll share with you additional artworks of pencil and watercolor studies that I made during our time spent together. So, I hope you're ready, because let's get started. So this is Carol in the painting. A wife and a mother living in the heartland of America, the state of Iowa. She's a petite woman, weighing not more than 100 pounds and about 5'7" in height. However, inside that smallish frame houses an enormous heart of gold. Before COVID, we would invite her to visit us about once a year. For her, it's a mini getaway from her repetitive and mundane routines of day-to-day life. That's why we all take vacations. And for her son and I, her visits are a time for family bonding and a perfect reason to try out different restaurants in this area. Woohoo! Now in 2019, pre-COVID, when we were all allowed to travel, we invited Carol to visit us during the weekend of July 4th. There were several moments during her 5-day visit that I thought would make an excellent subject matter for a painting. But I ended up making this painting because I truly believe it captures her at her pinnacle of her Zen moment during her stay with us. Now just look at her. You can almost feel the exhaling of her breath as she relaxes into her new, sunny, and warm surroundings. Where I'm standing right now is the exact spot where Carol was standing in the painting. And where you are now is the view from my art studio. Now, from the looks from the look of things, you're probably thinking, but wait a minute, the outdoor space looks nothing like the outdoor space in the painting. Well, since her visit in 2019, the outdoor space of my studio has drastically changed. Just to prove that I'm not pulling the wool over your eyes, you can still recognize the weather-beaten table and chair, along with the sort of the hint of the black mat. Now, this papaya tree has long fruited and died. It's been replaced by a Nispero, also known as a loquat fruit sapling. But I digress. Now, getting back to this painting, here is a quick pencil study I made on July 4th. I was sitting in my studio and suddenly caught a glimpse of this serene, private moment. I made a quick sketch and took a reference photo for later on, just so that, I have something to refer back to. As for the composition, it was important for me to add the door frame in the painting for the effect of creating two separate distinct spaces, an indoor space where you are now and an outdoor space where Carol is chilling out. Now, additionally, the door frame creates a barrier between the subject and what's going on in the studio, thereby allowing the painting to center on Carol enjoying her cigarette in her peaceful sort of Zen moment, undisturbed. I think I captured Carol spot on, especially her demeanor with her left hand holding her Virginia Slim between her fingers and her right hand crossed over her body, resting under her elbow. Now, apparently this posture is so quintessential Carol that people on social media immediately recognize her in the painting without me even disclosing her name or any hints or information about the subject of this painting. Oh, and notice her painted toenails. A friend of ours, Katie, commented that she loved that detail in this painting. Now remember, in the beginning of this episode, I said we will be looking at additional artworks I made during her visit. Well, here is the segment where I share that with you. This is a quick pencil sketch of when mom and son are watching the Great British Bake Off show on our streaming platform. Both mom and son love to bake. Here is another study of my sketchbook, capturing Sunday brunch with Carol. We were now seated at a circular booth next to a large window, allowing in lots of natural light. And you can see outside the window, there's like outdoor seating area, there's sun umbrellas and local palm trees in this sketch. And it's clearly to see that Carol is a happy camper in this sketch because she just received her order of Bloody Mary from our server. So last but not least, this is a watercolor of Carol and son enjoying a lunch at a Greek restaurant in Tarpon Springs. It's 9 by 12, and I've done it in a very gestural, sort of loose watercolor manner. I thought by not making a literal and exact image of the sort of moment and decisively leaving certain details and aspects out, the image can be a fresher, interesting work of art. I hope you agree. I like it. For example, I intentionally left out almost all the facial features of mom and son. You can see just a hint of Carol's glasses on her face, her nose, and her mouth. Also, there's nothing on the son's face except for the big broad smile. I really like the way it turned out because anybody who is familiar with these two subjects will instantly recognize them. Now, at some point in the future, when I have some more time, I plan to turn these sketches and studies into finished, complete paintings so we can cherish the memories forever. So, I want to give a huge shout out to Carol for being such a good sport and being my subject of today's episode. And she's an amazing person. We love you and appreciate you. Come visit once COVID is under control. And for all of you out there, thank you for watching episode 3. Please subscribe to this channel and hit like and especially that bell icon below. Also, please share my channel with anyone in the art world to give my artwork some visibility and exposure. All my original artworks and prints are for sale. I also welcome tips on my PayPal or Venmo in the description below. See you in my next episode where I talk about a special commission I did for my great friends Scott and Bob. Until then, peace and love to you. Take care and goodbye.